Cone Cat by Sarah Howden. One day, Jeremy woke up at the vet's, and there was the cone. Like a giant white bell, it bent his whiskers, blocked his view, and bungled his superior cat senses. I am Cone Cat now, he told himself. I will never be the same. As Jeremy, he'd been nimble and quick, and he'd prided himself on his sweet scent. Now he was knocking into door jambs and backing his way down the stairs with all the grace of a fat squirrel. He didn't smell so good either. Clearly, the cone was winning. To take his mind off his problems, he tried to keep busy hunting, redecorating, and hiding from Ava, the little human. But nothing could shake his feline funk until a change landed right in his lap. Well, his cone. Ava had been eating breakfast as usual, fruity O's and milk, his favorite. And as always, he jumped on the table to lap up the leftovers. But this time, his tongue couldn't reach the bottom of the bowl. Come on, cone, he says. Help me out. The cone didn't answer. Then something magical happened. Just as Cone Cat wilted like the saddest flower, the bowl tipped toward him. Milk and cereal poured into his mouth and into the cone too. He could save some for later. Could the cone be a friend after all? It got even better. That spider he was stalking, it didn't taste as good as he'd hoped. And the armchair unstuffing, not a tuft left behind. Plus, if he directed the cone just so, he could hear Ava coming before she'd even left her room. All of this led up to the greatest moment of Cone Cat's life, Ava's birthday party. Of course, a gathering of little humans can be a nightmare for a cat. But then came the cake, and with it, ice cream. Yes, the tall humans were serving ice cream in big, dollopy scoops, strawberry sprinkle surprise flavor. The little humans all lined up with their bowls for the treat. Cone Cat drooled, inching his way closer. Was he seeing things, or did those bowls look familiar? As the little humans spooned the stuff into their mouths like so much catnip, he pressed himself up to the front of the line and plop! Before they could realize their mistake, Cone Cat tiptoed off to a quiet place and gobbled down the ice cream, licking up every last drop. It was heaven, and it never would have happened without the cone. The next day, Cone Cat felt one of the tall humans scratching his neck. I hope they're not making you tighter, he thought. Eh, Cone? But suddenly it was off. His head was free again. Goodbye, he thought, as the humans whisked the cone away. Goodbye forever. Of course, he was happy to be back to his normal self. Happy to be Jeremy again. But looking back, he wondered, will anything compare to my glory days with the cone? It didn't take him long to find out. Crash! Ah!